usually see either a straight push into B through garage, or you just see the teams fly down A long and try and take control of that site, pushing into garden and getting heaven control as well. So it looks like there's been no Astra stars set up here over towards A, however, so we'll probably see them go straight down towards the start of the round. The Recon Dart going to come in. It does get shot out instantly, so that's going to give a little bit of information to the side of Big, that, to the side of, sorry, ILLUMINAR, that Big are over towards A.
Yeah, and already Obnox, who previously was on the Omen, now over on the Phoenix, of course. Very different playstyle to work with, but having a curveball at the ready, and looking at how ILLUMINAR are playing, they're not playing that super aggressive playstyle. Although, as I say that, their curveball comes out, their gravity wall comes out, but right now, no contact from either side. This isn't NA, boys.
We are going to see Big start to move that bomb towards the middle of the map, electing to shift their way down Catwalk in towards Short and Garden, and there are going to be two players here from ILLUMINAR who are waiting for him. Nitro, the first, he tags two players up, and it's going to be Snick who just runs and sprays that Bishop. Oblock trades that out with 2 kills. Aslan finds 3, and just like that, it's a 3 versus 2 from what looked like a very strong hold from ILLUMINAR. It's all up to the solo player, which is front side. Aslan finds 2, Oblock finds 2. And I thought for a second it was going to be a very good defensive hold from ILLUMINAR. They found the first 2 frags, and it was Snicks who elected to push out and try and find the kill, but he was met with the face of, I think it was, I'm just trying to have a look at it, Obnox, yeah, with the Frenzy, who finds 2. Aslan finds 2 as well, so the duelists doing what they do best and fragging out to shut down that defensive hold, and just like that, Big take the first match. The first round.
I love what Big did there, just that pincer play, knowing that there is someone in garden, especially after 2 of their teammates die, and they just keep pushing it, knowing that they have the advantage from A main because of the way that ILLUMINAR was moving over into tree. So due to that, Big able to get that round out, but now able to buy up a bit. We even have a Bulldog on Gob, and he's holding this angle, knowing if anyone peeks, he can just get the headshot. And no, not a single player on the other half of the map. Every single player in this lobby right now is over on A side.
Yeah, and what it seems to have been was ILLUMINAR have just kind of said to stack this A site on the eco. You know, they're not really expected to win this round now that we've got the buy coming through for the side of Big. The Owl drone is going to spot 2 players, 1 person towards Generator, 1 person in Hell. Gob is going to fire that recon ball, but it's Aslan and Obnox, the aggressive duelists there once again from the side of Big. They combine for 3 kills. Bishop finds a 2k as well. Bomb is going to go down also, so that added spike plot money coming through for the squad of Big. Very, very impressive start here on offense for the side of Big Clan.
Definitely, and I mean, there was a small mention of defender-sided and attacker-sided maps, and through the history of Ascent so far, it's been said that it is definitely a defender-sided map. However, what we are seeing from Big right now, they're able to utilize the angles of the map. They know how to play a setup, they know how to play a default push, and from that, they're able to get the hits off of it. However, now ILLUMINAR have a more advanced buy compared to what Big is coming out with, and even with that, they don't want to hold mid. This is giving complete access for Big to just push right through, and Obnox with a Vandal. This is one of the last things you want. He's 1 ultimate orb away from getting run it back as well. He's got the Blaze, he's got the curveballs, he's got the hot hand. He has a full arsenal to work with, although Gob almost falling down, oh so close to dying.
Yeah, just a quick correction to what you guys might be seeing on your screen. It is going to be Big who are 1-0 up, not ILLUMINAR. We do apologise for that. We'll get that changed over as quickly as possible. It was Big who took map number 1 on split 13-5, so we do apologise about that. Bear with us. We are trying to do 105 things at once here, but we are going to see the bomb now making its way over towards Garage. There are 2 players set up towards B, 1 back boathouse and 1 sitting over towards CT. It's going to be the Killjoy who gets the first little bit of information and intel here over towards the B site with that turret set up just above that wall. There are still 3 players stacked over towards A in and around Short and Garden, and I think it's going to be Snick who might get some really good fortunate timing here. As I say that, there's actually 1 player coming top mid who I'm pretty sure he would have seen drop. As it's going to be Alex who wins that gunfight onto Snick, as now we can see Big start to charge onto the B site. It's going to be front side who finds not 1 but 2. It's going to be Aslan and Gob who drop, but there's actually 1 player at the back of the side. That's going to be so sneaky from Grabino as front side finds the kill. It's all up to Alex.
And
He's not going to get the spot in time. He finds the first kill onto front side. But I think Grabino just got off the bomb in time to get the kill.
Only just. I mean, the front side picking up a total of 3 kills there over in backside of B. And just being absolutely caught completely unawares from a player holding stairs. Just the fact that Rhyme is really a terror. But frontside showing some great prowess and then just unfortunately not able to close it out at the last moment. This does allow for ILLUMINAR gaming to be one round up away from where they were sitting before with only 0 rounds on the board. And now an aggressive push on B, but how is Big going to deal with this? Because they do see the stars before they start the push.
Yeah, it's going to be a wall from the side of ILLUMINAR. It's going to be Nitro who puts that wall barrier up, which means this is going to pretty much force the team of Big over towards Short and Garden. But I think that was that a boosted stack on top of each other inside of Garden there? As Amaretto is going to find one, and I think we saw the run it back come straight through, but an insta kill there on to the Phoenix. As Phoenix is going to try and make his way over towards the site. It's going to be Obnox who's going to try and get the bomb down. Bishop's just going to happily say, listen, you can tag me, my friend. I'll be the distraction as I wait for my teammates to try and push towards the site. So 5 vs 4 retakes now in favor of ILLUMINAR, but they have got the lockdown to work with as well should they want to go ahead and try and secure this 4th round. And there it is. There is the lockdown. It's going to be Bishop who is trying to hold towards Garden, but 3 players. As I say that, Alex is going to find 2 versus 3 now. Obnox. Oh, look at how they're both playing in the same angle. Oh, Obnox with their headshot through the smoke onto front side. Can he find the second? No, it's going to be Grabino. Oh, he's too slow. They're going to get the defuse, I believe.
Oh, no.
No, they're going to be tagged.
Stop. He can peek this. If he needs to, he can. No, he doesn't.
One enemy remaining.
Oh! He clutched it! He clutched the 2v1, he hit the headshot to take him off the spike defusal. He's gonna die, but it doesn't matter. Gob with some fantastic jiggle peeking. He finds the snappy headshot onto the first. He rips the player off of the spike defusal to find the second. And oh my. I thought he'd left it too late there for the recon dart to come through, rather, to reveal the locations of the 2 players. But listen, there's a reason why this guy's a pro and I'm not.
Yeah, Gob B. I think he actually left all of us gobsmacked with that one. Nobody expected him to nail those so well. And oh, Aslan coming out with the Bladestorm, getting taken out instantaneously for Grabino. Unfortunately off the screen, but that already sets the pace. Big are going to be playing at a deficit before they even enter a site.
Here we are going to see that our drone going to get that information over towards Amaretto, who is going to be over towards Heaven. But again, complete A site control here now from Big. The Cosmic Divide is going to come into play as well. So they know the only place these players are going to come from is through Garden or through the top of Heaven. But Nitro does find the first frag of this round, or sorry, the second frag rather, for Big. It's now a 3 vs 5 in favor of ILLUMINAR after Nitro finds that frag, sorry, for ILLUMINAR rather. Obnox is going to find one, but it's completely fallen apart. And now, I mentioned in the first match we saw here that Cosmic Divide can go from being a great offensive use to being awful for the defensive side of things. But I think it was actually the counter Cosmic Divide. Yeah, it was the defenders who put the Cosmic Divide down to hit the retake.
That's actually a great use there. Yeah, so one was going through Heaven and Garden, and the other one was splitting the site just in front of green boxes so they could get the defuse without any shots going through it, knowing that Gob was going to be holding the angle he just won the previous round on. Very nice awareness over there from ILLUMINAR, which does net them another round win. But looking at the buys coming in from Big, they're going to come up with Sheriffs, and if there's ever a time for me to use this little joke is, if it's Big right now for Sheriffs, they have to go large to really show this one up.
You know what? The pun was there to be made and you had to do it. I do not blame you at all. It's 5 vs 5 now as we head into this 6th round. You have mentioned the Sheriff, buy is in favor of ILLUMINAR here as it's Big just stuck on those pistols. I do think one player is actually going to have a Vandal, which is going to be Gob, so...
Yeah.
he is going to be the player who sort of needs to try and edge the bracket. As I say that, the alarm bot is triggering. There's one player who's going to be Grabino, who sat inside that smoke. The curveball comes through, so then players are going to be flashed. Grabino does get traded out after taking out Opnox. It's in the front side, who picks up Aslan. The fantastic curveball coming through once again as Nitro's there to trade out the kill onto Bishop after the curveball from the Phoenix. And that is fantastic communication and utility usage there. I'm not too sure who the Phoenix player is for ILLUMINAR. It's Grabino. He threw the 2 curveballs, and the players that were over towards CT just peeked out as soon as those curveballs popped. The flashes do come through, and then just as you see that, the play towards mid is completely shut down. But Big aren't going to be too phased, however. It was going to be their eco round, sorry. So they have now got a 4-buy. I did see a operator in the hand of Aslan. I think he's elected to sell it, however, and go for the 5 Vandals setup, or the 4 Vandals and the Phantom, should I say. As we head into the 7th round now, Amarito, he really needs to start stepping up for his team, because 1 and 5 right now, he is... But then again, though, he's doing his job with the Sova. He's been tagging a lot of people up with that recon ball.
Yeah, I do feel that Ultimate's coming to play now. Obnox having that run it back. Of course, Snick used it in not the previous round, but the round before then, where we saw the double Cosmic Divide. Nitro does have the revive. Front side is going to be coming up on the lockdown very soon, but we need to really see some usage of...
Joke's over! You're dead!
Big is just going to be running amok with this vacuum is going to be happening, because Obnox right now with the run it back going to be able to get full side control, and Aslan checking out Hell means that the site is theirs to have.
Yeah, Aslan now, and we mentioned these duelists, right, of Obnox and Aslan playing that Jet, playing that Phoenix. They're 2 very fast-paced agents, and you've got to use their abilities to perfection. And the amount of times we've just seen, you know, the curveballs come through, or the smokes from the Jet and the dash onto the side, it's done them a world of good thus far. The Molotov gonna go down for Obnox. He's gonna hear a lot of steps over towards Heaven. Snick finds the opening frag of this round, however, but Aslan's there to trade it out. Obnox, see you later, Snick, because that's a headshot from range. Aslan just finds one on the front side. The revive is gonna come. Aslan just right click someone. As Nitro is gonna find the trade. It's a 2 versus 1. Obnox drops. It's a 1 versus 1. Sorry, the Hunter's Fury comes in. Amarito knows that he's just got to try and jiggle the bomb as long as possible. As he is gonna fall, it's gonna be Gob. Oh my god, what have I just seen Aslan do with the jump right click?
I mean, Aslan had the Phantom, but in that situation, opting to use the Classic, knowing that he can get the kills with it, the players were close enough for him to make it work, and that's not something you see all the time. It's something that we used to see pre-nerf, but now with it
right here,
it being nerf, you're not meant to see this as often, and when it is shown, it's a lot more impressive than what it was before. So I have to say, real good plays there from Big, able to throw, well, actually not throw, but I mean like, absolutely dominate that round. Although, of course, once again, down to only 1 player remaining, so economy-wise, they aren't getting the big advantage they need each time.
Yeah, and I think you saw a little bit of a fortune coming into favor of Aslan. You mentioned that the nerf now, the right click's not really too OP from the Classic as it was back in the beta and when the game first launched, but the bullet spread of the right click hitting the headshot from that player that Aslan does find the frag onto. Really good performance. He pretty much won that round for his team with the 3K, and the curveball did momentarily come through from Snicks. There's no doubt he's going to try and pop that once again and then reface. There you go. That's the curveball. Oh my god, Aslan has deleted him off the map. Aslan is a man who is playing with so much confidence right now. He don't care if he's flashed. He don't care if he hasn't got a mouse or a keyboard. He's going to somehow find his way to pick up a frag. The confidence in full flow right now for the duelist of Big. Bishop finding the spray down through the smoke with that burst fire of the Bulldog in what should have been a really, you know, a round in which ILLUMINAR should have found the first 2 frags. The curve will come through there from Obnox and he finds a kill.
30 seconds
We're
left.
now in a 5 versus 2.
Asmerito, alongside his teammate, gonna have to be running scared here, and looking at this plot now, potentially going to see a bit of a hunt coming in from Big as well, as
Careful
Alex
here.
knows exactly where Asmerito is. Nitro also having to run scared as well with nothing but a Bulldog. No choice of upgrade either. And Gob coming in with the Aldrone to find exactly where they are. Look at this hunt, it's crazy. But I mean, talking about the bigger picture here, going to the next round, I mean, I feel like Big is just getting advantage on top of advantage. At first I thought it was
Last player standing.
Okay, Merito found him. But now, Big destroying the entire team there. Once we see the economy and the ultimates that are ready to go, I mean, we're on round 9 now. It's 5-3. We've got 4 more rounds to go. Economy is booming for Big.
Here.
Well, actually, not really. As I say that, I looked at Alex's economy and I take it back immediately. But economy on ultimates though, Nitro, Grabino on the side of ILLUMINAR, ready to go very soon with their ultimates. But on the side of Big, they've got 3 ready to go this round. I feel like if they want to use this now, but oh my! Utility overload! Obnox finds 2 kills, but Merito finds another 2 with the Hunter's Fury. Every star being used to just absolutely throw off Big. As they just try and get some sort of position to work with. Alex now giving away where he is. Grabino potentially going to be pushing through his own smoke here. Bomb still sitting in spawn, and Aslan posturing to B side.
Yeah, a great combination of the utility on the side of ILLUMINAR there. They utilized the gravity well of the Astra very, very well, and paired that with the Hunter's Fury. Also, we mentioned that we needed to see Amaretto step up with that Sova, and he finds 2 huge frags there with the Hunter's Fury. But you know what? It wasn't before we saw 2 players drop for the side of ILLUMINAR as well. I think it was the Phoenix from the side of Big who picked up those 2 frags as well. But it looks like Big are going to try and edge themselves out towards this side, and I think Alex has got the best timing possible because he's not been seen on the crosshair.
30 seconds left.
Is he going to smoke or is he going to gravity roll? He's going to smoke. Oh, he's got into the smoke. He's in the smoke. I don't think Amaretto's going to know that he's in the smoke. And he's not. Alex is there. He finds the kill. It's a 3 versus 2. Grabino and his teammate are both over towards Garden. There's 1 player in and around. The gravity well is there again. Alex is such a good Astra player on this map. He is using his abilities and the util to perfection. He pops the gravity well, which sucks those 2 players into the center of it. He finds the spray down. He finds the transfer onto those 2 kills to make it a 3K.
And John, if we look at this now, Obnox was able to get 2 picks there. Almost no util used for him. He didn't choose run it back. He still has it this round. Compared to Merito coming out with 2 kills, using just about all of Grabino's util, alongside his Hunter's Fury, Big are just getting more value. They're getting more bang for their buck. And unfortunately, it's ILLUMINAR that are just always in their crosshair. Alex having a massive round there, and now ILLUMINAR stuck back over the Sheriffs. He's getting a pick onto Aslan that opens up quite a lot because that is a star player taken down.
Yeah, not only that, probably one of the most confident players out of the squad of Big right
Joke's
now.
over.
Completely shut
You're
down
dead.
with the Sheriff, and it also allows him to pick up a Vandal in their hands to run it back. He's gonna pop from Obnox. He finds the first on to Nitro, and he does get taken down before he can find any more information over towards Garden and CT. But Cosmic Divide coming through now is the curveball. Does flash 1 player. It's going to be Bishop who finds the kill onto Snip. The gravity well coming through, and it's going to be a 2 versus 2 now. Front side. It's a 2 versus 1. It's all up to Alex. He's got the gravity well to stop the defuse though. So he's going to momentarily take him off the defuse. He finds the headshot. Alex repositions. It's him versus frontside. Frontside finds the kill onto Alex. And I thought we was going to see another insane play come out of Alex there with the gravity well and the Astra. But it's 6-4 now in favor of Big, as finally ILLUMINAR are starting to shut Big Clan down.
John, I really wish I had replay set up so we could see how that panned out there. It was so explosive coming out from ILLUMINAR, and frontside did the most. He was able to pick up so many kills, use his utility in a way that just nullified a lot of what Big was trying to do. Getting picks when his teammates are being shot at, just almost playing his team as bait at the very end there, but knowing when to do it. I know that everyone sees bait as like, oh my god, it's a rank thing, don't do it, please Hiko, stop. But it's actually something that you can do to great effect, as we saw here from frontside, knowing they're going to be focusing like they have put the turrets in front of them to slow down the damage being dealt to them, and let's make it work. But of course, now moving over to round 11, 6-4 Big still heavily favored. Very interesting. Actually been taken down down by Big is potentially going to see a very aggressive pusher from Aslan, Operator, no less.
Yeah, and Nitro unfortunately taking straight off the top of his wall, but he is going to get the information that a lot of those players are over towards short and garden. You can now see these players start to rotate towards the middle of the map. That's going to be called out by Snick. Gravino's there as well as Obnok finds the trade. Both Phoenix players combining for kills on opposite sides of the scoreboard. As Bishop finds the resurrection, but Snick does take down Obnok through that smoke once again. So 4 versus 4. A bit of a wasted resurrection coming through there as Nitro finds Alex. The player advantage for the defensive side. And it's going to be the operator from Aslan trying to find
30
looking
seconds left.
towards Amarito into Ghoul's garden. Bishop is going to try and find some shots over towards front side, but front side kills him. Snick trades out the kill as well.
Down mid.
And it is going to be a 4 versus 1. It's all up to Aslan. Now the Blade Storm has been used and he chokes the shots, and it's going to be front side who takes him down. And it is
Last round before the switch.
5-6 now. Big with the round advantage. As we're heading in to this final round of the half. It's going to be a very scuffed buy here for Big. 3 Spectres, the full armor on everyone, but just the Phantom and the Vandal in the hands of Alex and Bishop. And I mean, right now, if you're Bishop, I'm probably throwing this Phantom over towards Obnox because he seems to be fragging relatively well. I mean, I know we saw Aslan performing very well as well at the start of the game, but he seems to have slowed down a little bit. It looks like we are going to see the bombs over towards A one more time.
Aslan wants to get rid of this wall, but Nitro is standing on top of it. He does have the better weaponry right now with the Phantom. Ultimate slow, we do have a Hunter's Fury on the side of Big, but 5-6, and the scoreline caught up with Big so quickly from ILLUMINAR.
Need that back. Taking that back.
Definitely aiming to change this over to a 6-6, but Alex now pulling stars back and giving away the rotation a little bit. Or did he give it away? Nobody's
I don't know,
processed yet.
There are still 2 players set up over towards B, still the 3 players stacked 2 towards Garden and 1 up top Heaven on A, so
Deploying drone.
the rotation's not fully come through yet, but once we start to see the U2 used over towards B, no doubt those 3 players are going to flood towards the middle of the map and CT and try and retake this B bomb site. It is going to be the Killjoy though. For the defenders, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. We see the lockdown come through now. If you're the squad of Big, you either wait and try and see the Killjoy out, or you try and push him and find the frag, and it looks like Gob has found one, and he takes out his teammate though. The lockdown destroyed. He is going to be able to go ahead and pop that hill through that Molotov. And Rabino trying to shift his way down Speedway. He's going to drop, but Nitro going to try and find a revive. He does it. It's a 4 versus 1. All up to Obnox. He finds 1, but Snick's there to trade it out. And we're going to go in at the half here into the second half. 6 rounds apiece.
Something I have to point out here, John, is just how good these teams are at playing around their teammates' weaknesses. As soon as you see someone fall, there's someone there for a trade, there's someone holding up angle, there's always a crossfire. We haven't seen any of those insane 1vx clutches that you often see. And I have to attest that not towards a singular player's skill, it's definitely the way that the teams are playing, so structured and so utility heavy, knowing exactly how to play with each other. And that's impressive. That's not an easy thing to do. It does require a lot of holding back, a lot of discipline, and I can definitely apply that to both of these teams. It's not like it's just one of them that is doing this. But of course now, 6-6, it couldn't be more even at the moment. Of course, Big is up 1 map in this best of 3, but ILLUMINAR able to even it out whilst they were on the defense. They definitely want to steal the show and push it to a 3rd map. But let's see how round number 13 goes.
Yeah, still the show indeed, but we are heading into the pistol round now. On the second side, it's going to be Aslan with the Ghost in hand. Does spot 1, that's going to be Grabino over towards the top hand side of the T side of the map.
Here.
It's going to be Nitro there, who's as well. Aslan does find a shot, then dashes away, and it's going to be Alex who finds the first frag. Obnox is there to trade out the kill. Makes it 2, but Nitro finds the frag. It's going to be a 3 versus 2 now in favor of the defensive side. That's going to be front side who tries to push his way on towards the side. He has got into Garden, however, but he has got the bomb. And as I say that, they find 2 kills. It's going to be Nitro front side who take down Obnox and Gob, and it's all up to Bishop now, but this is very, very doable. You know, both players
Spike planted.
Oh my god! He has
my!
just right-clicked! He has just right-clicked and then insta left-click to find the headshot onto the second player. Oh my god!
Clutch.
Hi YouTube! That's definitely gonna be one for... That's gonna be one for the Twitter feed, 100%. Fantastic work out of Bishop. And he's not really been a player who we have seen, you know, sort of be the show reel-esque player, the highlight reel sort of fragger, but he clutches up and picks up the frags when he needs it, and really good use of the right click. Then to be able to insta left click, because I don't know if you know this, but if you right click, you can insta left click straight after, and it fires 4 bullets instead of 3. Does go ahead and do that, finds the 2 kills, and puts the pistol round on the board now, allowing Big to have that buy round.
Absolutely impressive. On the spectre now, though. Oh wow. Illuminar's front side taking quite a lot of damage there over in tiles. Alex holding up tree for the time being for Big. Of course, we do only have Bishop holding B, but of course he has walled off the main entrance and is backing off now. Looking at what we have from Illuminar, we have a Guardian here. Gob with a Bulldog. Okay, Snick at least gets a trade.
Spike down A.
Falling. Goes down. Gob tries to find some more. It's 2 versus 2.
Last
And we
player
see this time
standing.
and time again, but Obnox is the player who's going to come on top this time around. Big 2 versus 1, and it's front side on his own, and he's pushing up heaven. Luckily,
I don't think they're going to expect him to be here. They look like they're trying to face towards Garden and long, but it's going to be Obnox who faces heaven. He gets the information that he's there, and we've already seen a crazy 2v1 thus far in
30
this
seconds
half, but
Destroyed.
I don't think we're going to see it come through this time as he elects to switch out for the Bulldog, and they're just going to play a crossfire here, which is really simple to use. The bomb's actually not even in the hands of front side. He finds one, he gets away!
so close for front side. Just such a high velocity push there, opting for something way more aggressive than I expected. I was expecting some like slow peeking to try and find a player, but that has to be the way that you deal with it instead.
Yeah, as Big do find the buy round, which not only that, it allows them to have a bonus round, but they're going to have a bonus round going up against pretty much an eco, if not a force buy, from the squad of ILLUMINAR. ILLUMINAR, due to the fact that they got 4 kills in that round, and it was only Bishop who survived in the pistol, it allowed them to have enough economy to go ahead and counterforce and potentially, you know, change what would have been a bonus round for Big into a bonus round for ILLUMINAR. However, they didn't win that, and it is now going to be a eco round for the squad of ILLUMINAR. I think I might have seen some Sheriffs, some Marshals actually, so it looks like it's going to be some sort of force, but the Vandal in the hand of Obnox, a couple Spectres here and there as well. It's going to be Aslan with the Marshal, but he loses that aim, so it's going to be Amaretto who finds one. It's going to be Nitro who finds the kill onto Obnox. It's going to be the Vandal in his hand now, 4 versus 3, the Resurrection available as well. It wouldn't surprise me if we see the ultimate from Sage getting used here to try and make this a 5 versus 3 and pick up what should have been a quite easy round for Big to win.
Having all players hold mid though, as much as ILLUMINAR is a bit worried about the way that they're playing mid aggression, but Bishop peeking
Last
and ILLUMINAR come back out on top for this round, and just one more round win away from evening it out. Interesting to see what the economy looks like here, just due to how these teams have been duking out so far in this half, and it looks like we're gonna have ILLUMINAR full buying now and a save from Big, so it's probably safe to assume that ILLUMINAR could win this one and tie it up 8-8 once again.
Yeah, that was a really good force buy as well from ILLUMINAR. We saw them invest into the Sheriffs as well as the Marshal as well. I think it was Amaretto had the Marshal in his hand. They go ahead and now drop Big back on to, you know, an eco of their own. It's just 2 Sheriffs, I think, in the hands of their top 2 players. It's going to be Obnox and one other. And now let's see how this one starts to play out. It's going to be, you know, a bit of an aggressive push towards the middle of the map. They're going to try and get control of the middle and try and push their way in towards Market and CT, and either, you know, elect to wrap their way through CT in towards A or storm out of Market and take control of the B site. Snick now making his way over towards Garden, and it's going to be Alex holding a very tight angle here with the Sheriff. He's going to pop the
Got
gravity
it.
off.
Blocking vision.
Oh,
He
opts
should
for a
have
smoke instead.
The flash is going to come out.
An advantage for Snick with the purple, and oh, he just gets taken out so quickly.
He tries to turn away from the flash, but let me tell you, my friend, this is Valorant. You can't do that, but the wall here, once again, from Nitro is going to block off a guard, and the run it back's going to come through as well. Gob tries to find the shots on. The spike's down! The spike's down in Garden! Angel finds a headshot through the smoke. It's a 3 versus 1. Bishop now is going to find the headshot through the door onto frontside. It's a 2 versus 2.
Spike planted.
Pick up some sort of gun. The Vandal's going to be there as well. If he finds one kill, he has the resurrection available as well. So he's got to try and somehow find and isolate one player alone. He's going to know where they are, surely. If I'm Bishop here, you're going to probably try and wall something off to try and cross and isolate a kill. As I say that, he's going to shift onto the side. He's going to get spotted by Obnock. Sorry, not Obnock. He's going to get spotted by the other player of Snick. It's going to be Amorita, who pops out from long and finds himself a kill. 8 rounds apiece, but we are now heading into the 4x4. Big, they've got an operator in the hands of Aslan. Not only that, they've got 5 ultimates on the board.
Yeah, a full stack of ultimates, a royal flush, if you will, and oh so much they can do with it. We could see a Hunter's Fury coming in for the push. We could see a Bladestorm for an early pick, but from Big right now on the defense, they need to find a way to just thwart the assault that ILLUMINAR are putting on them right now. Obnox pushing out, not using his running back, actually getting a kill onto Snick, and another one on the front side, goes for a third on Amorita.
Going up.
And Obnox, he's looking so good. Hot Hands to heal himself up a little bit more, and they've just changed. They flipped the script completely.
Yeah, Hot Hands to say the least. Hot pop shots rings a bell as well as he finds a fantastic 3K. Does a really good job on one of the spray transfers as well onto the second and third player. As Gob's going to find one onto Grabino, and it's all up to Nitro. So no ace by the looks of it for Obnock, but he's not going to care. His team look to put their 9th round on the board here. As it's all up to Nitro. He has got that Phantom. No doubt he might try and save it. He's going to have one player towards short. It's going to be Aslan with the operator. He finds the kill. And it is going to be a flawless clean sweep round there for Big. Which now forces them onto the back foot.
Yeah, I feel like Big is going into this and saying playtime's over. It's time for us to just mow down. And if anyone's going to be doing it, it's Obnox. He's already at 23 kills right now. A pause is going to be coming out, but this Phoenix, Obnox playing the Omen before, but very aggressive with the paranoia usage. Now opting to come in guns blazing on the Phoenix. Excuse the pun there, but he's been absolutely fantastic. And Aslan, as much as in the round previous to, well, rounds two rounds back, Aslan stole the show. Even though Big lost that, able to get so many kills on such a deficit, we're just seeing so many good mechanical plays from Big. However, they are sitting on these ultimates. Sure, they want to fall this round there. They need to start using them before we see ILLUMINAR just run away with the game. Of course, Cosmic Divide is ready to go for ILLUMINAR. Lockdown, Hunter's Fury, all of those are ready to go, and all of those are game-changing ultimates.
Yeah, not only that, I think the fact that they just had a flawless round and they didn't invest any of their ults into that round that they've just won is going to feed the confidence of Big even more. It wouldn't surprise me if we see a bit of a run it back popped early here from Obnox. He tries to push his way out towards A-Long and replicate that 3K that he has just had, but I think if he does that, he's not going to find anyone, as it looked like they're actually going towards B, but change of plan. It looks like the bomb's going to make its way over towards A, so we're going to see some sort of spike plant try and take place on A here. I think one of the players were just heading to the toilet, so we did have a quick break. We'll pause in the middle of the game. Yeah, the Astra Stars are going to go down over towards A now as well.
Yeah, actually going to be not any second now. They do know that there's an operator on the board, but they're not sure if it's on catwalk or middle.
Pulling the concealment.
But of course, there's something we're going to have to watch out for. Obnox not able to do the pick, but he is going to be aggressive. And they're just going to spray him down. Alex at least
You are divided! Divided!
Cosmic Divide coming out, but the attackers are using it as well. Okay, getting rid of the utility. Of course, utility can still go through the Cosmic Device. You just can't shoot through it.
The site has been split into 4 sections here, directly down the middle and directly across as well. As Alex is going to try and find some shots, Bishop finds one, he's going to peek out, but he can't see any of the players. Because of the Cosmic Divide, Nitro finds the kill as Aslan drops. Bishop's going to trade that out. Nitro finds not 1 but 2 as Bishop drops as well. It's a 2 versus 2. The Resurrection available. So Nitro now is going to go ahead and use that res to get some sort of info. It's a 2 versus 1. It's up to Gob as Grabino finds the kill onto Alex. He finds the peek onto Nitro, but the 3K from Nitro. And I like that from Nitro there. He doesn't use the Resurrection to try and actually get the player back up. He uses it to bait out where one of the enemy teammates are to get the information. It was that player who peeked out from Generators. They got the info. The player from Garden then swang, took him down. The 2 versus 1. Simple as that.
Yeah, and that's something I was talking about a little bit earlier, that baiting is 100% a strategy that can work to your team's favor, and this is a perfect example from what we're seeing here with the Sage Resurrection. However, 9-9, 3 ultimates still on the board for Big, and I said it before, I feel they need to use more. The Hunter's Fury could have stopped that push, it could have stopped the plant, but they need to start getting creative here. Obnox does have the run it back. Aslan potentially about to be completely overwhelmed here in mid with Operator, especially when his location's given away. He's gonna have to updraft. He's still okay. Managed to not get hit there. Oh my god, Bishop! What a shot into pizza!
Yeah, fantastic shot there from Obnox, completely eliminating that player out towards Pizza. I think he took that shot from over towards, you know, the bottom of the stairs where that leader is to shut the door towards Market. Gob's gonna fire that recon dart in to Market. Now the lockdown from the Killjoy is gonna come through, but they actually have the Hunter's Fury to potentially counter this. But I don't think they want to waste it. All players are safe. There's 2 players over towards CT, 1 towards back boathouse. 2 of them are sat out the back of Market in a 3T as well. That Killjoy is going to do nothing at all, as it is going to be Big who tried to push their way onto the site, and Grabino's left all alone. He finds the kill. Aslan's there to trade it out. A waste of a lockdown, as I think it was just too slow from the squad of Illuminar to try and push out. The players waited in and around CT. The Killjoy didn't cover backside of Boathouse. And just like that, 3 ults still available for the side of Big. And it is going to be, you know, sort of somewhat of a poor force buy here, with Nitro picking up the Spectre for Sheriffs for the other players of Illuminar. And Big have still got so many ults to burn.
There's something here as well, Big, as you said, so many ults to burn. They have so much that they can work with. We already see running back, not utilizing it just yet, but already posturing over on A. Sitting in wine, ready to go. In mid here, Gob's going to get something is interesting as well. Is absence of information is still information. Alex able to get one. That is the spike.
Down.
Another one. Make it 2 for Alex. 1 for Aslan with the Operator.
1 enemy
Still
remaining.
Player in tree. As alone, and what a lovely shot from Aslan. Obnox picks a kill in between that all. It is flawless. Once they get the next round, it is match point, and Big have the momentum.
Yeah, I think it was Alex and Aslan who had a fantastic crossfire from Garden into short there, where one player was sat on the box behind the site over towards A, and then Aslan was set up with that Operator. Really, really good use of the crossfire there onto the players into Catwalk and short. They pick up the frags for free, and like you said, 1 round away from making it match point. They still got 3 ults to burn as well. The run it back, it's available for the side of Illuminar, however. And we are going to see here the recon dart come straight through. He's going to get all the information he needs. That players are there. As Amarillo actually finds the frag onto Aslan. That's the Operator that's going to drop, but the Resurrection is available from Bishop should he want to use it. He elects to go ahead and use that barrier orb, but Gob is there. Bishop trades it out. It's a 3 versus 4 now. The run it back is available, obviously, from Obnox as well. Nitro is going to go ahead and try and wall himself up towards backside, but Bishop turns the sound cue. It doesn't matter because Nitro finds the kill. Alex trades it out. Front side's there to go ahead and pick up the refrag. It's a 3 versus 1. You're going to see Obnox probably save this Vandal. The spike plant is going to come through. I mean, to be fair, Obnox, if he finds one, he has got the run it back to work with as well. So, doesn't surprise me that he's going to try and find some sort of frag here and elect to play the retake. If not, he's definitely going to sit in and around Market and try and play for those exits.
Yeah, just explosive play once again from ILLUMINAR. This is what we're seeing where it's back and forth. I mean, okay, sure, Big got 2 rounds this time. It is 11-9. So it's not what we saw before, it would always be 9-10, 10-10. It's not the same situation. But ILLUMINAR just keep showing us that they have this glimmer of hope. They're never letting it go. They're going to keep fighting it out. And now Obnox, of course, does have the ultimate for the next round at least, but he needs to use this to find those early frags, because I think that if we were to go back and look at this statistically, I'm quite sure that Obnox, whenever he gets these early kills, if he gets a 2k or more, they win the round. So Big being able to do that, they need to rely on Obnox to be able to do that, and he needs to have the support to be able to get these early kills.
Yeah, we see it a few times on. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah,
we had seen it a few times. Just I want to kind of echo the point you just made. You made a fantastic point about Obnox. You've seen it like 2 or 3 times on A, where he's pushed out towards A long after the curveballs come down, and he's found the 2k, found the 3k, and that's been fundamental really to Big picking up some early rounds. So I really hope we see the run it back here.
I think he is going to be opting to use it. There is a Resurrect as well in case he falls. Cosmic Divide not too far out yet, but Gravity Well not able to find anyone in this situation. So unfortunately, once again, Obnox not able to really do what he wants to do. Hunter's Fury is going to be coming out onto front side, taking down the Killjoy, the only Sentinel that can really stall things out for the side of ILLUMINAR in a post-plant. And I mean, they've lost a lot of clutch potential in losing the Killjoy.
Yeah, not only that, they've lost pretty much complete map control as well. You can see how far out those players have pushed through Garage into back sort of T-sided area there, and the middle of the map's going to be picked up by Sage. 2 players, one at Heaven, one at Generator. That's going to be the Astra and Obnox on the Phoenix. They're really going to have to just try and commit to a full charge through A, but you've got the Star set up, no doubt, for a smoke and a Gravity Well, but it's going to be the Cosmic Divide what comes through. The Flash is also coming out there with the curveball. The run it back from Obnox, what is he going to do? He's going to charge straight through that wall and try and find frags if he can. And I think he's actually spotted 2. He's not going to be able to spot any more. As
30 seconds left.
you know, luckily for him, he doesn't fall completely. It's just out of that ult, and Alex is stuck in a bit of a tricky spot. But Obnox finds one onto Spix. It's going to be Amarillo who finds the 3k. Spike is going to be parted. Nitro now knows that one player is going to be coming from towards short. That is Aslan, and I think you would have seen the Resurrection come into play if it wasn't for that kill from Grabino. They now know where the last player is. They know he's got an operator. No doubt Aslan probably tries to save this, but he elects to try and play for a frag. He's 6 HP. He's going to live to see another day. He's going to go ahead and fly himself over towards the opposite side of the map. Save that operator, which is key, a key bit of armory, especially for the economy side of things here, for the side of Big, and it's going to be 11 rounds apiece.
And Big looks like they can still buy, or at least force buy going to the next round. Of course, Obnox has a very large pool of funds at his disposal, but the side of ILLUMINAR right now, this is what I've been saying, is we saw that 11-9, 11-10, now it's 11-11. So ILLUMINAR are able to very swiftly bring things back, and now both teams, whoever wins this is going to be setting themselves up for match point. And judging by the way the economy is, once they get match point, the opposition is going to be struggling to buy out to really take that 13th round away from them and force it to overtime, which is very possible for us to see here. So the entirety of ILLUMINAR Gaming now opting to push over to B, or at least just start off in Garage. Big has a lot of information. Oh my word. Aslan, such a good position, but it's given away because of the Hunter's Fury from Amerito. Gravino moving forward as well, trying to block off CT. Big down one player. Cosmic Divide, of course, is going to thwart the push. But is that really enough for Big to win the round? Because they're just stalling what could be their demise and what could be ILLUMINAR Gaming's ticket to match point.
Yeah, but what they've done is with using that Cosmic Divide and that Barrier Orb from Sage by putting them both walls up, they forced the rotation in towards A here. And for a second I thought that the team was going to be waiting of Big Clans for that rotation, but it looks like the res is going to come through for Bishop to 3 players, but Alex finds the first frag. Can he find the second? No, Sticks there. Oh my god!
Remaining.
You are insane!
Down
4K from Obnox to completely shut the play down. 4 versus 1 now. It's all up to front side. It's Jock who finds the kill. What has just happened?
Obnox using the run it back to make sure that they close that out and
Match
push the
point.
advantage as far as possible, allowing for his teammate in Gob to get the kill there whilst he runs past him. Fantastic choice. They had all the ultimates and they knew that they could start putting them into the matches they're playing. 11-12, match point for Big. However, ILLUMINAR Gaming still have a chance to push this into overtime. This is as intense as we could possibly get. And as I say that, if it goes to overtime, it gets even more intense. So
Obnox going huge for Big Clan with the 4K. The flash coming through with the curveball. He's going to pop the second one as well. They're going to have the information that a few steps have been heard over towards A. And you mentioned that whoever wins that important 23rd round, they were going to be in prime position to take this, as the bite isn't going to be too strong from the side of ILLUMINAR. But I think they have actually got a full bite in their hands. The Phantoms, the operator from Aslan lurking towards the middle of the map. And now you can see the lockdown is happening. This is it. This is going to be the final potential round. Or can ILLUMINAR force it to overtime? But Obnox playing sneakily. Alex finds the first. He is going to be the team. 2 on the team. Obnox finds one. Amarillo and Nitro both going to break. Killscott's going to drop as well. It's a 2 versus 3 now. The retake needed Aslan with the operator. There's going to be one player over towards Wine. I think Aslan has actually spotted him. He is going to find the kill. It's Nitro. Bishop now. Can he find the crack? He's going to shoot the turret straight out, but Frontside's going to go ahead and pop that swamp grenade. There's going to be some unfortunate timing for one of these players here. The recon bolt coming through. Is Frontside going to peek? Frontside, don't move, my friend. Stay where you are as Aslan's pre-scoped in with the operator. He now knows where both players are. The peek from Bishop. He knows the last player's under. Oh, Mario finds one, but Aslan's there to shut him down. And Big Clan with the 2-0 victory in the series, 13-11.
That important?
Oh my word, what a map number 2. Commiserations to ILLUMINAR.